Hello. Well, I've got my crochet. I haven't cast on. I always say cast on instead of chain on. I don't know whether you do this thing or not. I'm doing the sleeves now. I'm still on this maple double knit, but I am on the sleeves. Let's see who's the first one in today. Probably be Nathan. Could it be Nathan? We shall see what we shall see. Right, well, while I'm waiting, I'm going to chain on 53. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. Well, nobody's speaking to me. I've got 11 people in. I've got 5 thumbs up and nobody's talking. Maybe I need to change my top chat to live chat. No, still nobody talking. Oh dear. Yeah, we'll have it on live chat. See who speaks to me. Hello, hello. It's good to be back. Good to be back. Well, this is very strange. Nobody's saying hello. I shall just carry on with my crocheting until somebody speaks to me. This is really weird. Normally somebody said hello by now. Ah, hello. Somebody's speaking to me. I thought I was Billy No Mates for a bit then. Thought nobody was talking at all. It's not football again, is it? Hi, Esther. The weather is raining. I knew it wouldn't last, Esther. I knew it would have to change. Yeah, we've had rain today. Couldn't peg out my washing. I had to put it in the conservatory. Don't like rain. I knew it was going to have to change eventually, but I was hoping it was going to last a bit longer. I don't like rain. Yeah. And I've got backache. I'm not talking about that, though. I got up with it yesterday morning. I don't know what I've done. I haven't done anything. I haven't been lugging things about or doing anything. So I don't know why I've got backache, but I've got backache. But we won't talk about that. We'll talk about getting this first row right. I meant to do the first row before I came on, you know, so then I didn't have to sit staring at it, counting my stitches, but things got ahead of me today and I never got around to it. I was sewing the buttons on. Hi, Chris. Hiya. Oh, it might be good for the garden, but I don't like rain. I haven't got a garden anyway. I've only got a backyard, yeah. Oh, this is really, really ancient, this one. Really ancient. Yeah. It was from a magazine. I still got the pattern somewhere, but it isn't a pattern that you can buy because it's in a magazine, or it was. And very luckily I found it because I've still got it. Oh, thank you, Chris. Yeah, it's done in, it was called Emu Silhouette, I think it was called. It's very silky. You can't see it, but it's silky. It was a really strange yarn to use because it used to drop and flop and oh dear. But it was lovely. And I've still got a tiny little bit of it left in the garage, but not enough, I don't think, to actually make anything. It was really weird. You had to kind of burn the end, you know, to stop it unraveling. It was like a kind of a knitted tube, if you know what I mean. And when you broke it off, it started to unravel. Yeah. Hi, Dotty Dolly. Hello. It's raining, Dolly. It's raining, and I don't like the rain. I want it to be sunny all the time. Maybe that's why I've got a bad back, because it started raining. My aches and pains and my little bones don't like rain. They just don't. I like warm, sunny weather. I'll be looking for my heat pad again soon in a bit if it doesn't stop raining. It's not raining heavy, it's just raining. Raining enough so I couldn't put my washing out. Yeah, I've had a lot of things I should have been doing, but I've just been crocheting. When my back's bad, I just want to sit still. Doesn't help, but it doesn't hurt, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it's like here. It's like drizzly. That fine rain that wets you through, as Peter Kay would say. Yeah. The only place I've been today is to be the dustbin. I've got another pile of paper and stuff to throw, but I haven't been. Yeah, Peter Kay. It's that fine rain that wets you through. It's spitting. That's a nice thought, isn't it? It's spitting. That's what we say. When it's just raining a little bit, we say it's spitting. Yeah, I finished the back and the two fronts, and I've even stitched the buttons on. I've just got to do the sleeves now. Then I've got to decide what I'm going to be doing next. As you know me, I don't like many projects at once. A neon diffuser, woohoo! Good evening, Linda. Neon diffuser. Is that different colours or what? Or is it just pumping out different air? I'm not very well up. It's a very, very old, 30-year-old pattern from a magazine, and the wool is emu. I think it's called Silhouette or something. Really strange yarn it was. I've still got the pattern, but it isn't one that, you know, you can buy, and I've not seen it on Etsy. As I say, it was in a magazine. And I actually found it the other day, and I thought, oh, found my pattern. I'd make another one, but I'd do it with long sleeves, I think, next time. You know me and my patterns. They're all ancient, so you can never get them. I just don't really like modern patterns. I bought a lovely pattern off, what's she called, Cozy Rosie. And I'm looking at it, and it's like 20 pages long. And I'm like looking at it, it's just put me right off it, to be quite honest. It's top down, and I'm thinking, I can't be coping with this. I'm not printing 20 pages out. So that means I'd have to sit in front of the computer reading the rows. And it kind of put me off before I started. Oh, yeah, I like Mandarin. I'm not keen on ylang ylang, but I like Mandarin. I've not brought my diffuser in with me, have I? I left it in the other room. Me plug-in one that goes every now and again. Evening, Connie. Got the sleep it started now. Evening all. I sound like Dixon of Dock Green, don't I? Evening all. Hopefully I won't fall asleep, although I keep nodding. It's my new tablets. I finally got my new... Yeah, this is what mine is, but I've left it in the other room. I finally got my new tablets. They're not doing anything for the pain, but they're making me nod off. So I don't know what that's all about. I was hoping they'd be getting rid of the pain. But, as he said, we have to keep trying. No, I've got... What have I got now? I've got these now. It's supposed to be oxycodone, but they didn't have any. It says it's oxycodone, but it's called Oxylan. No more tramadol. They didn't do a thing for me. Do you know, I'm beginning to think I'm resistant to any kind of painkiller. None of them work. I don't know. And I was asking my friend who's got one of those nerve impulse things, but they wouldn't do it on me because you have to put the wires in next to your spine with an operation. And I can't have an operation, as you know. So, no, the tramadol didn't do anything at all. They might as well have given me a blank sweetie. Didn't do anything at all. I've taken, 4 or maybe 5 of these oxycodone. Not all at once, of course. But I can't say I've noticed any difference. The only thing is I can't wake up in the morning. It was 10 o'clock when I came to this morning. And that put me out of flutter because I was all out of sorts with my jobs and things I normally do. Oh, because my friend wanted to come and put my doorbell back on again. I had it charged, yeah. And I said to her, I'm in the shower, you'll have to come later, because I was that out of flutter, yeah. Yeah, they're extended release, but I've took one this morning. And all I've kept doing is nod off while I've been doing my crochet. I'm like that going... Oh dear, she broke her arm and her leg. What, at the same time? I'm just tired in the morning. I cannot wake up in the morning. It's like my eyelids are glued together in the morning. And then I took another one when I got up, of course, even though I was half asleep. And, well, these are supposed to be 2.5 times stronger than morphine, but they're not doing anything for me at all. I think I'm resistant. Resistant to pain meds. Yeah, today I thought, right, I'm going to sit still, just going to do some crocheting because my back was hurting, and I thought I'll do some crocheting, and then I kept going. So I'm hoping I don't fall asleep tonight, because if Val's not on, somebody's got to ring me up. Oh dear, if I fall asleep. Oh dear. Yeah, I did some washing, but then again, I couldn't peg it out, yeah. No, these are supposed to be extended release. Yeah, prolonged release tablets. No, Val's not in yet. She might come in later. Yeah, it says one to be taken every 12 hours. What does it say? Avoid alcohol. Swallow. What? Swallow something or other. Do not chew or whatever. As if you want to chew them because they taste vile. Bleh. Don't think I want to chew them. Ooh. Yeah, maybe they might work if I take alcohol as well. Maybe they might, yeah. Oh, they used to give me these calcium tablets. They were like that. They were like horse tablets, and you had to chew them. They were horrible. They used to stick to the roof of my mouth. Yeah. The trouble is over here, even if it's prescribed, we can't get, um, CBD oil, whatever it is. It's not proper stuff over here. We only get the hemp oil. We can't get the proper, the cannabis oil. Can't get it over here, not even if it's prescribed. No, my swallow reflex isn't good, but I can't chew. Oh, no, they taste vile. How can you chew them, Doc? How can you chew tablets? They're vile. These are just paracetamol, by the way. I can take them as well as the others. Bloody hell. Michael Flatley just landed on my roof. I thought he was going to come through it. I think he's putting weight on. He needs to go on a diet. He just went boom on my roof. I haven't seen him all day. I don't know where he's been. But he's arrived now. You heard him land, did you? He went with the right bum, didn't he? Poof. Oh, dear. La, 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 la. So what are you all doing? I'm doing a sleeve. I've done the... Oh, it looks like a waistcoat at the moment. I put the buttons on it. I've done the edging at the bottom. Put fancy edging on it. Fancy edging. It looks a bit odd because it's got one side sort of orange and one side's pale pink, but it's just the way the wool comes, yeah. But it did manage to match up more or less at the fronts, and I didn't do it on purpose. It just did it. I must have picked a ball that started off in the same place, yeah. So I'm just doing the sleeves now. Doing the sleeves. Yeah, it's got no sleeves yet. Oh dear. Yeah, I'm thinking what to do next. It's probably going to be another chunky cardigan for a friend this time. I've got bids on about 4 of my things, so hopefully. I've been talking to a lady from Manchester. She's called Boho Hippie Knitwear, I think she's called. I've been chatting to her. She's got a web page. I need a web page. Although people do tell me you can't sell off a web page unless you're well known, but I'll try anything once. But I'm so stupid when it comes to anything technical. You know, I think I mentioned before, people say, oh, it's dead easy, just look on YouTube. I can't even link 2 videos together. I'm stupid. It's really funny yarn, this, to crochet with. It's like wrinkly. You see it, like wrinkles. It feels really funny. I think I've got another colour left in it. It's however you feel. I mean, I don't mind people who've got 2 or 3 whips, but when you get people who come on videos and they've got about 20 different whips in different bags, and I'm like, oh God, just finish something. It really annoys me. When they say, oh, I've done 2 rows on here and I've done 2 rows on this one. Just just work on it till you've done it, or at least do a few more rows than 2. My paracetamol has stuck. Oh, talking about online Saturday days, I was talking to Trevor. Yeah. When we were going off, he says, we've been talking for 2 hours. I said, yeah, that's about right. Yeah. He said he was going to try to come on here, but then he always says that, and he never turns up. But we shall give him the benefit of the doubt. Tra-la-la-la. I should do both sleeves at once, and then I can do the increases in the same place, but I can't be bothered. Just carry on going. I'll just have to try to remember when I increase. At least I've started writing things down now in a book. So when I want to make it again, I know roughly what I've done. Before, I never used to write anything down. But now I'm getting better. Yeah. You've got Chris for your online Saturday day. I've got Trev when he turns up. Oh, dear. It's funny how we talk to people and that, and I have never even seen a picture of Trevor. Never seen a picture of him. I have no idea what he looks like. And yet we chat quite merrily on the phone. Like he was my long-lost buddy, you know. It's funny, isn't it? How you don't need to know what they look like. Oh, you've got Nathan as well? You're being greedy now. You're being greedy, Dotty Dolly. You can't have 2. And when Sian used to come on, she had Ephraim. That was a yarn hobby. Was Ephraim. But she did at least see a picture of Ephraim because he used to do videos. I wish he'd do videos again. He was such a lovely knitter. But he said he's always busy, yeah. He was like me in the fact that he didn't use a pattern, but he used to do the knitting without a pattern. I can't do knitting without a pattern. Not really, anyway. I might be able to struggle my way through a baby cardigan. But, and he used to do all this lace work, and then somebody used to say to him, and he said, oh, it's dead easy, this. And we're all like, yeah, right, okay. That'd be dead easy for you, Nathan. Athan. I used to be able to do patterns with loads of rows, but I think I'm lacking in concentration these days. I'm alive. You're feeling alive. Whee! Oh, no, it's called Staying Alive, isn't it? That's from Saturday Night Fever, isn't it? Staying alive, staying alive. Whoa, 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 whoa. I've been out quite a bit this week. Doctors, if you want to call that going out. Post office, is that going out? What else have I done? Knit club, yeah. Brunch. Oh, I'm alive, yes. I like I can't even say the name. Celine Dion. I've got a CD. Well, in fact, I've got 2 or 3 by her. No, you don't want me singing songs. I don't want people to leave me. I was smiling at Sheila today. She said she'd not had an argument with a woman, but she'd said something to this woman. She said, and I lost a subscriber. And I'm thinking, how do you know to the nearest one? I wouldn't notice. My subscribers must go up and down. I don't even notice. If I lost a lot of them, I probably would, but I wouldn't notice if I'd lost one. She must be always looking how many subscribers she's got. Yeah, it was so funny when she said, I've lost a sub. And I'm like, how do you know you've lost one? She must watch them like a hawk. I've no idea. I've got a rough idea how many subscribers I've got, but I don't know to the nearest one or even to the nearest 10. They go up and they go down. People come on. I get new ones and then people leave me, you know. Swings and roundabouts, isn't it? Crochet police. I'm not that fanatical about things like that. Hey. But she said, I've gained new subscribers. It must be because of my tutorial. I thought, no, it's not. It's because you mentioned you were doing a giveaway. When I did one giveaway, oh my God, they came out of the woodwork. Foof, all these subscribers. And then the minute you finish the giveaway, they all go again. They just come on because they hear the word giveaway. They're not your subscribers at all. They're just greedy. They just come on because you're doing a giveaway. People who do lots of giveaways always say, don't mention it in the title of your video. Don't say you're doing one. Otherwise, you get all these strange people who just subscribe just so they want a chance to win. Yeah. And then when they don't win, they all buzz off again. When I did one giveaway, people who won it, I'd never even heard of them. Yeah. Yeah, the ones who won little prizes for my giveaway, I'd never heard of any of them. Just shows they just joined, didn't they, just to the giveaway. Hi, Helen. Well, trigger finger. Trigger finger, that one. Broke one, that one. And weird one, that one. Who were them? Yeah, I'd never heard of them. And I had to post, and they were all in America. One of my friends, though, who does giveaways and that, she says, if I don't recognise the name, she says, I don't even put them in the hat. Or people with... Yeah, she said, if I don't recognise the name, she said, they don't go in the hat. So, hi, Ethan. No, I don't do them anymore because it's not fair, because I can't send things to America. So that's half of my subscribers. So it's like being discriminatory. Well, she was late last week, if you remember, Chris, yeah. You know, saying, oh, well, you know, only people in the UK can enter. Hiya, Val. They were just saying, we hope you'd come on just in case I nod off, because I've just took 2 paracetamol. And I've been nodding off all afternoon. There was a picture of Sue on Facebook, Val. She was on that, in the Larcombe on the wheelchair, you know, that beach wheelchair thing. She was there sitting on the front row. Yeah, you put me on speed dial. Yeah, she looked well, actually, on the photograph. I've done the back and the 2 fronts and sewn the buttons on, but I haven't done the sleeves yet. A lady's put a bid on that boho top that other woman wanted me to reduce to about half price. Well, it's tough bunnies because somebody's put a bid on it now. So you can't have it for half price. You know, the one who said, oh, now you've not sold it. Now will you reduce it? Anyway, somebody's put a bid on it, so I don't have to. Hi, Lydia. Howdy doody. Morty Vicar won't be on tonight. He's gone on holiday. He told me that he's gone on a last minute holiday. It's a gauge swatch. Very rare I do them. Unless I'm really not sure about the yarn, yeah. Do, 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 do. Did I tell you Sue rung me up? I think I did, didn't I? I had a good chat. Good chat with Sue. She said she's hoping to come and visit me. Well, my new tablets are not doing much, Val. Except for making me nod off. They're not doing anything for the pain, they're just making me sleep. I think he's given me sleeping tablets by mistake. Oh dear. I don't know if she's still here. Silver Sue, are you still here? Dotty Dolly's talking to you. Yeah, thumbs up, everybody. I've got 34 people in the room and only 18 thumbs ups. Oh, I've got 36 people in the room. I'm 19 thumbs up now. So still only got half of them, haven't I, really? Thank you for the thumbs up, Sue. I think I've got my regulars trained, haven't I, for the thumbs up. I was talking to my friend the other day, and she said, I'm going to start putting your videos on and letting them run. She said, I'm giving you a hype. I said, right, okay. You can only do 3 a week, I think, can't you? I think. That's cutting into me, that sleeve. Tight on the end. Do, do, do. Yeah, 3 hypes a week. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Do I increase? Oh, thank you, Ethan. I appreciate it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't remember how many rows I did before I increased. My book's in the other room. Yeah, it's probably every 6, I think. We'll do every 6, shall we? I'm talking to myself. I do that all the time. I have long, long conversations with myself. Because, do you know what? I make a lot of sense when I talk to myself. I really do. Yeah, 3 hypes a week, yeah. Hi, Angela. There you are, Dotty Dolly. Silver Sue's knitting a sock. So she's consecrating. That's why I choose something easy to do while I'm on live. I I don't choose a pattern where I have to keep looking at the pattern, if you know what I mean. Yeah, this will be going on eBay when I've finished it. It was funny, I took some photographs of me wearing some of the ones I've got to sell. Not very flattering. I don't think anybody would buy them. It's very hard to take photographs with a remote thing, yeah. You know, I look like I'm hunched over, and I really need somebody else to take the photographs while I'm wearing things, yeah. Maybe I'll ask my niece when she comes next time. Maybe she'll do them. She's in London at the moment with her mum. They went to see a film. I think I mentioned it before, because it was the 100th birthday year for Marilyn Monroe. She went to see, I think it's called The Misfits, yeah. La, 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 la. It would be nice if we could put pictures on here, not just chat. You know, if you could put a little picture of like what you were crocheting and what you were doing. But you can't, can you? It's very sort of limited. There's a lot of things they could do, you know, to make like live chatting more interesting, really, isn't it? Yeah. You know, if people could put pictures up of what they were working. Turn on the community channel. Yeah, but it wouldn't come on here, would it? But is it just talking on the community channel? I don't know what it is. I mean, like, it wouldn't be like the live. I wouldn't have to be there, would I? Keep answering people. Because I can't guarantee that's where I'll be. See, I don't even know where these things are, community channels and that. Well, most people post them on my Facebook page. You know, the one I've got for Saturday night crafting, yeah. You're in Surrey. I bet you've not had the rain today, have you? It's always warmer down south. I'll have to look into that one, Dolly. Dotty. And do you know, I never know what to call you. You watch on the telly? Yeah, I watch on the telly when I'm watching other people, or I watch on here on the computer screen. I don't watch on my phone because, you know, the little pictures like that, you can't see anything, can you? Oh, we've got drizzle here, yeah. Not at the minute. It seems to have stopped at the moment. Oh, God, those Mew Mew. Yeah, the bags are ridiculous. The thousands, aren't they? Press or tap underneath where it says. Oh, I'd have to look into that. You know me, thicko. No, I've got a Facebook page that most people who come on regularly are on. But you have to have a Facebook page to sort of join it, yeah? So I can only add people who've got a Facebook. A lot of people who come on here don't have a Facebook, so I can't add them to the... Now, the people chat and put pictures on there, because that's like anybody can post on that one. But, you know, they have to be a member, obviously. Oh, you are? Right, you're right. Okay, do you come... do you come under Silver Sue, though, or is it your real name? If you ask to join, then I'll do it. You know, that's... I keep it private, the fact that it's only for us that come on here, not just for anybody. I mean, anybody else can put things on my actual Facebook page. But, yeah, decimalisation came in when I had the shop, yeah. Because we had to have a new till, which upset my dad no end. My dad was a bit like, you know, Ronnie Barker in Open All Hours. He didn't like spending money. When he had to get a new till, you know, for this decimalisation, he wasn't happy. All right, right. I shall try and find you. Yeah, I can only do a thumbs up when I'm watching on the telly. Yeah, BBC, they have a lot of good programmes. I mean, I'm not saying they don't now, but they're a bit more fewer and far between, aren't they? But a lot of the older programmes. I mean, a lot of them are on YouTube, aren't they? You know, like, I like watching things like about the rationing and how, you know, people did recipes out of nothing and stuff like that, yeah. I like watching things like that. And I also watch a woman in America. She gets these old, like McCall's books and that. I don't know where she gets them from, but she puts them on there. You know, showing the patterns. I mean, some of them are from the 60s, but I'd crochet them now, yeah. I like the programs I find from the Victorian Albert, you know, the V&A. They do all kinds of things. They do fashion, they do art, they do all sorts of stuff. And I also like watching programs about, you know, the designers, you know, like Bieber and all them. Oh, you'd like this program, yeah. My friend wants to look at my old patterns. I've got so many old patterns. I mean, I won't get rid of them. There's no way I'm going to sell them. But, you know, they've got the old-fashioned patterns with the dresses, crochet dresses and everything. I've got loads of those. I mean, I would show them on here, but everybody just wants the pattern, you know. Then I'm saying, well, I don't know where you'll find the pattern. It's like this, what I'm wearing. It's from a magazine in about the 80s, I think. It was never an actual pattern, you know, like Sirdar or Emu or anything. It was just in a magazine. But a lot of the patterns are actually on Etsy these days, but you've got to look I mean, people say, well, can you give me the link and that? I thought, I'd have to go through all the patterns on Etsy just like anybody else would. You know, it's not like I'm selling the pattern, is it? You know, people just want me to find the actual link. They don't want to have to look for it. And I'm like, well, I would have to go and look for it. Yeah, I don't know where it is. Hi, Jane. But people just Google the number of the pattern and expect to find it. And that's not the way Etsy works, because Etsy, they cut the top of the pattern numbers off it because they want to pretend it's their pattern. They don't want, you know, to say it's an emu pattern or a Serdar pattern, because what they're doing is they're photocopying it, you see. So you can Google it under that and you won't find it. And I think that's what people do. People just Google the number. I mean, if it's a Serdar pattern, you can look on Serdar Heritage. You can buy PDFs of a lot of them there. I think they're $3.95 for a PDF. But again, you can't just Google the number. You've got to look through them all. I mean, I find that people are sort of predominantly lazy. They want you to do the legwork for them. I mean, I spend hours looking through, you know, Etsy, looking at things. You know, I'll Google vintage crochet patterns. Mind you, their idea of a vintage crochet pattern is funny. You know, you're like, no, that's not vintage. That's just like a couple of years ago. To me, vintage patterns were what probably one's about 30 years old. Yeah? But if you Google it, vintage patterns, you get patterns from about 8, 10 years ago, which to me are not vintage. Yeah, my friend wants to look through them. I'm not parting with any of them, though. She'll have to photocopy them. Oh, you're crocheting, right? Okay, Jade, it's nice to see you anyway. Yeah, I've kept a lot of mine from when I had the shop, yeah. I lost a lot of my baby patterns. I lent them to a friend, and she swore blind I'd never lent them to her. And I knew I did, so I never got those back. So I've learnt my lesson now. I don't lend them out now. Oh, got an itchy nose again. Yeah, there were all those grey Peyton's patterns for babies. You know, the old-fashioned little ones. She swore blind I'd never lent them to her. Oh, I don't think it'll be tonight, will it, Jane? I don't think you'll have finished it tonight. Oh, my nose. Does that mean I'm going to get annoyed with somebody? I think it's the fibres of this wool that float up my nose. Yeah, I've got one or two of the old doilies and things, but not many. I think I've got rid of most of them. I knew I'd never do them. I'm not a doily making person. I mean, I like them, but I can't hold the fine hooks anymore now. And the fine cotton, yeah. You've got the other half to go, no, you? Well, I won't see you tonight then. I don't think you'll have finished it tonight. Oh, I'm sure that's blooming paracetamol stuck. Every time I swallow, it's like, oh, I can feel like it's still there. Blah, 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 blah. Singapore. She's uh she's not in Singapore. Where is she? Malaysia. The one who does all the thrifting of clothes. She's in Malaysia. Crafty Nana. Yeah. Well, sometimes it's blue, sometimes it's purple, sometimes it's pink. Yeah, she's Crafty Nana, but Nana is Nana. No, only one N in the middle. Crafty Nana. Nana. Yeah, she makes videos every week, yeah. She does jewellery as well. She makes a lot of jewellery. She gets, oh God, I mean, some of the things she gets for like about 50 pence. I told you, didn't I? Went in the charity shop not to buy anything. I was only having a look. I didn't buy anything. This happened, and they had one dress in there that was really, really nice. £12.50. I'm like, you are joking. She's fine as far as I know. Yeah, we have little chats. Yeah, I'm also chatting with a lady from Manchester at the moment now. She does boho hippie knitting. Yeah. Yeah, she does. She paints. She makes jewellery. She alters things that she buys, in the thrift shop. She'll sew seams up and do things. She's very arty, not like me. Yeah, we chat online, we chat, yeah. As I say, I've been chatting with this lady in Manchester recently. Boho hippie knitting, yeah. She's got a Facebook page. I just started chatting to her really because A, the title of a Facebook page, and B, she lived in Manchester. I don't know which part of Manchester. I haven't got that yet. I always hope that when I mention people, that they'll mention me, but I don't think it works that way. I mention them, but they never mention me. Because that's how we get to get known, is by people recommending us. If you're in the same sort of place, kind of thing. Because you're reaching a different audience then. It's like when I want to sell any of my crochet, most of the people who I know on here and on my Facebook page, they already crochet and knit themselves. So I don't reach the people who might be the ones who are going to buy things, yeah. So you need to get a wider audience, if you're with me, which isn't always easy these days. The sausage stew was quite nice, actually, yeah. I ate the last of it, yeah. I used one of those packets, those Coleman's packets, and it had onions, red peppers. What else was there in it? Potato. Can't think what else was in it. And the sausages, yeah. Yeah, it was quite tasty. Snacks, I haven't got anything at the minute, actually. Not got anything yet. I don't eat as much as I used to. I mean, I forgot to defrost something for me tea. So I just had to have a ready thingy-majig today. I'll reach something out tonight. I'll reach some meat or chicken out. Probably be chicken out, probably. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Seagulls are squawking. I can hear them. They're so noisy. I wish they'd go to bed. Do seagulls sleep? Do they go in a nest and do they sleep? Tuck their head under the wing and sleep or something? Or they just stay awake and squawk all night? That's what they feel like. Squawky squawk. Yeah, I used to like those. Do you remember the spits that Tesco's used to have on at Prestwich? The spits that you used to turn the chickens round on, and you could see them being cooked. Well, it's fireworks on the beach tonight, is it? What's it in aid of? Somebody's funeral or something? No, these seagulls, they squawk all blooming night. They're noisy, boo, pee. Noisy birdies. Mm-hmm. I do get an occasional magpie here, but mostly it's just seagulls. You know, when I lived in Prestwich, I used to have little birds and I used to have little robins and all different kinds of birds, but here all I get is seagulls. You probably scare all the rest of the blinking things off. Competition between countries. Who has what birds? No, I mean, you know, like I say, in Prestwich, I use a variety of little birds. For my injections, they're keeping my blood sugar down, but they're not. I'm not losing any weight because that's not what I'm on for. I'm just on them for. That reminds me, I'm supposed to have had it yesterday. I haven't. I need to do it. But to take them for weight loss, I'd have to have a much stronger dosage. So they don't, suppress my appetite or do anything really. I wish I was on them for weight loss because I'm seem to be putting it on now. Not a whole lot, but I just seem to be putting weight on. Oh gosh, I haven't seen a butterfly for a long time. As I say, all I ever see is seagulls. I did see magpies. There was 10 on the roof of next door once. I took a photograph of. By the time I got the photograph out, 2 had flown away, so there was only 8 there. Do, 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 do. Yeah, I wish I could go on the injections for the painkilling. The ones I used to have before they stopped them. It went in your spine. But they stopped them. They tried to say it was because they weren't working. Nah. I used to weigh between 18 and a half to 19 stone. And now I'm about 14 now, which is still way too heavy. I'm supposed to be around about 9.5, 10 stone, but I haven't got a cat and mouse chance of that. Yeah, I lost 4.5 stone since. If you look at my old videos, I was definitely a lot bigger then, and I do not want to get that big again. That's why I don't like putting weight on. Oh, because Jane sent me a picture of her blanket. Hiya, Trevor. Hello, my darling. There you see, Dottie, you can be jealous now. My boyfriend's here now. She was just saying before that she's got Chris. And she's claiming Nathan as well. Can't have 2. Can't have them both, Dottie. You're not having Trevor. Trevor's mine. Even though I've never seen him, never seen a picture of him. No idea what he looks like. Yeah, it's nice not to be stood up at my time of life, you know what I mean? Suitors are very few and far between now, Chris, at my time of life. I have to rely on toy boys now because there's no sugar daddies left. Oh dear. I watch a lot of these programs on the telly, with one's age gap differences. He's 85 and she's 26, and she said, "People don't believe we're married for love." And I'm like, really? All these idiotic women who come back from Turkey with a toy boy, and he really loves me. Yeah, of course he does, yeah. I'm not very dedicated with my dieting, Dolly. Oh, I never know what to call you, Dolly, or what. I'm not very dedicated. I'm a terrible dieter. Yeah, we do. We have 2-hour chats on the phone, and yet I've never seen you. That's the best kind. We can be whatever we want to be. I mean, you're unfortunate because you've actually seen me, so I'm surprised you still phone me. Oh dear. So you can be whatever you want to be in my brain because I don't know what you look like. So I just have this image in my brain, which is probably totally wrong. Yeah, when I was about 17, this guy used to come on the phone to the bank where I worked, and he had this most gorgeous French accent. Absolutely. And he was called Yves Champeau, I'll always remember. And I used to be, oh, Oliver, when he used to come on the phone. And then he came in one day, and my mate says to me, Yves Champeau's in. And I went, and he was this little tiny fat guy with bald head. Absolutely nothing. No, that was your alter ego, Trevor. That'd be me. If people were staring at me, I'd probably have my skirt tucked in my knickers or something. Yeah. No, even when he used to do the lives, all I ever saw was his hands. When you were doing your those, what do you call it, 5D painting things, all I ever saw was your hands. And it was the same when you did the resin stuff. Yeah, you can't tell a lot about people from just the hands, can you? The Santa, oh, I must have missed the Santa episode then. If you saw part of him, I only ever saw his hands. When he used to talk to them two old ears and that lad. And you used to do the lives, didn't you? Yeah, it'd be like that. Not surprise, surprise. What was it? Blind date, wasn't it? Yeah, where they were behind the wall, and you had to choose which blind date you wanted, didn't you? By the way they sounded. Maybe one couple did get married, and they're still. You thought he was Norman Lovett in disguise. No, we just have to make up our thoughts, yeah. Yeah, well, I was so disappointed with the, like I say, Eve shampoo. He was a bit like Danny DeVito when he turned up. I was expecting somebody like Sasha Distel, from the accent. I was only 17 at the time. My heartthrob at the time was Alain Delon, if you remember him, French actor. He was absolutely gorgeous. I think he's actually still alive. He's about 80 odd now. Yeah, blind dates are always so disappointing, aren't they? They're never what you think. They never turn up, looking drop dead gorgeous. It's raining here. Well, it's been raining here, Trevor. I couldn't put my washing out. I'm so used to pegging my washing out and having it dry in a couple of hours. And now it's started, the weather's changed. Oh, I hate it. I want it to be sunny all the time. I want to get up every morning and the sun to shine. I'll be back on the cardigans again. You wash the boat. He probably said, "Oh, I am this colour underneath, yeah." Middle-aged men looking like Hugh Grant. Where do you look, Dottie? They all have big bellies over here. 34 waist, but that's only because it's underneath the belly. No, I'm a great people watcher, so I sit in the cafe sometimes and I'm like people watching and I'm like looking to see whether I would like any of them, even though they're with the wives. I'm just looking at what they look like, yeah. And you're like, oh, wouldn't give any of them mouse room. Oh, the slob bit, oh God, yeah. There's a lot of them round here. They look like Rapsy Nesbit, the string vest on. Well, the thing is, yeah, the thing is, they think they're gorgeous, don't they? They're there with the huge beer bellies and no teeth and a bald head, and they think they're going to pull a great, gorgeous looking girl, yeah. I mean, women know their limitations. Women look in the mirror and they know that they're looking, older and they've got wrinkles but men just seem to be, they don't seem to know that they've got any older. In their head, they still look in the mirror and think they're gorgeous. Whereas we look in the mirror and think, oh my God, yeah. Is that another wrinkle? You didn't have that yesterday. But I think men must have a veil over the mirror so they look gorgeous. Well, the last blind date I had, he said to me, "You're very nice, very pretty looking." He said, "But you're too big for me." I thought, thank you. I mean, I'd put current pictures on my profile thing, and I had said I was, chubbier type of woman. I don't know what he was expecting. Oh, Onslow, yeah. Yeah, most of my blind dates looked a bit like Onslow, yeah. Yeah, he said I was too big for him. I thought, well, I wasn't offering anything anyway because I didn't like him. The ones I ever met, they must have put pictures up of their son or a picture when they were about 25, when this old man would turn up, and you're like, well, you don't look like your pictures. I was always truthful. I always put current, up-to-date photos. So at least they should have known what they were getting. But you went on a blind date, you kind of walked past them because you were looking for what was the picture of what they were. Mm. Oh, he was definitely not God's gift. When he told me I was too big, I thought, oh, suit yourself. I won't go and date you anyway. Oh, I kissed a lot of frogs. Tried not to kiss a lot of frogs, but I don't know where the good-looking ones were, but they weren't on that dating site I joined. Kind of new thing. Do do do. I need a drink. I'll get one out of the fridge. I always get the total and utter nutcases, and I'm not being rude about that, but they are total utter nutcases. They find me. They gravitate towards me. Ooh, here we go. Yawn, yawn. I've already had 2 paracetamol. Already I'm yawning. I remember I'd seen this bloke a couple of times, mostly just as friends. And he phoned me up and I was at work, and I said to him, "What are you ringing me up at work for?" I said, "You know I'm working." And he actually proposed to me over the phone. And I'm like, huh? What? We're just friends, we weren't boyfriend, girlfriend or anything. And I said to him, no. And he said to me, well, I just thought I'd ask. What a lovely proposal over the phone. Oh, ouch. I think that was my one and only proposal, because I don't think my ex-husband ever proposed. If I remember rightly, I think he said we might as well get engaged. So I never actually got proposed to by my ex-husband, I don't think. I don't think he ever said that. He certainly never got down on one knee. So I've never had the bells and whistles, you know, the man on one knee asking me to marry him. No. Perhaps I don't come across as that kind of woman. What always gets me is, how do they know what size your finger is if they want to surprise you with a ring? I mean, I chose my own engagement ring. Probably paid for it, I don't know, if I remember rightly. Oh dear. I got hold of the bag of crisps and that's all I got was that. Oh dear. No, I don't think anybody else has ever wanted to marry me. I must be pretty scary. Scary spice. Got me hula hoops. Hula hoops. There was a time when they used to fit on your finger. They don't even fit on your little finger anymore. Everything's smaller, isn't it? Won't even fit on my little finger. You got the back of the chair, did you? That's because I spun round on it because I didn't want to stand up again. No, I mean, I must think my fingers are funny shape. Look at that, it won't even fit on the little one. I mean, how do they know your finger size? I mean, they couldn't exactly steal one of my rings to find out what size it was because I don't have any. I sold my wedding ring years ago. The only ring I've got now is that one. And that's one with, you know, like an open back. And even then I can't fit it on this finger because, you know, it's so swollen. It'll fit on the other hand. That. They could propose to me with a hair scrunchie, couldn't they? You know, a hair tie, an elasticated one. Or one of those, you know, rings like on Haribo. They never get it on that finger though because it's so swollen. It's a good job I don't want to get married. They'd never get a ring on it. They've changed the times of the bins now, so I can't even get hello darling off my bin man anymore because I don't see him anymore. I go to knit club, and when I come back, he's been and gone. They always used to come to empty the bins just before I went to knit club. But they've changed the schedule. And the other week when I was home, it was a different bin man. It wasn't him. The flowers are still alive. The ones I got from Ruth and the ones I got from Gigi's daddy. I've got them in here because I spend more time in here than I do in the front room. And also the front room's too warm for them. I've killed another plant. I don't know what there is. There's a plant called the Wandering Jew. And I've had about 5 of them now, and every one of them I've killed. I don't know what there is about them. I can't keep them alive. Put one outside up and it might revive, but I don't think it will. I can usually keep houseplants alive as long as they don't have flowers. I like watermelon. I never think to buy it. I think it's because it's such a big thing. You know, living on my own, I have to chomp my way through it all. When I lived in Prestwich, Tesco you could buy like a quarter one. But around here, they tend to have the yellow melon, you know, the little melons, the yellow ones. Our dogs used to love watermelon. Oh, good night, Sue. crumbs everywhere. Huh. Been soaking in a rum punch. Woo! Of all the drinks I've ever had, I've never had a Pimm's. You know, when they always used to make a cocktail thing, didn't they? Hi, Enid. You know, when they used to do Pimm's, didn't they, in a big bowl with fruit and things floating in it. Never had one. Somebody was just asking where you were. Can't remember who was asking about you. We've got rain, well, drizzle. It's a lot cooler here. I hate it. I want the sun back. I don't know whether I'd want 104, but I'd want the sun back. I hate the cold and the rain. It's not that cold. I mean, I've got the short sleeves on, but it's still not hot. It was quite cool when I woke up this morning. Quite cool. I thought my friend was coming with her son this weekend, but it's next weekend. He's coming to jet wash me windows and door and stuff. After all the dust and stuff that the drain people left behind. I'm making a cardigan. I've done the back and the back and the two fronts. I'm just doing the sleeves now. It's brightly coloured. I put a little bit of an edging on it at the bottom. It looks odd though because it's like orangey edging on one side and pinky edging on the other. It's even got the buttons on it. But yeah, I'm trying my best to use up my wool out of the garage into things that people might want to buy. So far, not a whole lot of success, but never mind. Dishwasher tried to take you out. What, you got a dishwasher? Most rooms over here are cool. I've never owned a dishwasher. I wouldn't know how to work one. I've never owned one. I certainly won't have one now because I've got no room for one. Yeah, I'm putting things on eBay, but I took some photographs of me wearing things. I don't think they'll sell with me wearing them. I've never actually wanted one, really, a dishwasher. Yeah, I'd be there with I'll be hanging my coat hangers all the way around your boat. Somebody's put an offer in on one of my cardigans, yeah. Primal England. No, Trevor's Trevor. Yeah, I keep getting adverts for that wool boat. It's never anywhere near where I am, of course. You know, she sells wool off the boat. Yeah, I sent some of my stuff down to one of my friends, and she did sell some of it. But then she sent it me back. Nigel and his dog Molly. Yeah, the girl that I follow on YouTube, she's up in Scotland at the moment. She's hired a different kind of boat and she's gone across Loch Ness and all the different lochs. And the Mindful Narrowboat, the one I watched, she was in Garstang the other week, on the Garstang Canal. Panhandle music. Should introduce him to Sheila then. She likes a rant. I'd be no good on a narrowboat. I couldn't do the locks, yeah. I'd never be able to climb up them ladders. Yeah, Heidi, yeah. She's in Scotland at the moment. And the other lady's going across to Ireland, I think, Vanessa. Panhandle. Oh, I keep thinking of a panhandle. You seen her old boat, have you? Yeah, the other one's going to go taking it across to France. That Mindful Narrowboat of Veronica, I think she's called. She's going to take hers over to France. She's going to Ireland first, and then she's going to France. I don't think I'd like to take a narrowboat across the channel. Her boat must be awash with rum. She keeps getting bottles of rum given her everywhere she goes, doesn't she? She must have a whole cupboard full of bottles, unless she drinks a lot of it. Yeah, that was where she plans on going, because I think she's stuck at the moment on one of those canals that you can't get off. A lot of people are, aren't they, stuck on them? Nathan's on here somewhere, yeah. Oh, I'd never be able to do them. You know, we have to wind them things up. And you have to walk up them little ladder thing. No, I couldn't do it. I'd have to just be a crew member. I'd have to have a captain that takes me. I mean, I'd love to go on one for a holiday. I wouldn't like to live on one. Unless it was in dry dock, you know, in dock. The closest I've ever been was, well, I sailed a 28-foot yacht, but that's not the same, is it? Norfolk Broads is the closest I've ever been to a canal barge. And they're just motorboats anyway. We used to see plenty of them because my mum used to have a caravan at Garstang on Bridge House Marina. And the canal was right next to where the caravans were. Yeah, and the boats were rocking. I can remember we tied up the boat in Great Yarmouth, it was, when we went to the Norfolk Broads. And we went out for the day. When we came back, the bloke of the next boat said, I had to let your ropes down. He said, otherwise you'd have been suspended in midair. He said, it's tidal. We never get anything known about tidal. Yeah, the boat would have been suspended in midair, tilted on one side. He had to let our ropes down. It wasn't as crowded though then when we went back in the day. I believe the Norfolk Broads is like rammed now. It's like rush hour. And it'll fly. I like that TV series. Was it called Three Men in a Boat or something? Yeah. Yeah, the water's. I think Vanessa was stuck one day. She said she couldn't move because there was no water. My friend's daughter's not sold her boat. She's leaving it a bit longer. She's still kind of in a dry dock or whatever. She's not exactly moved it up and down the canal. I knew she wouldn't be able to. She's such a tiny little thing. She'd never work them locks on her own. So Argy Bargy is still not for sale at the moment. The woman who used to have Argy Bargy before she did, she was a single mum with a baby, so she couldn't cope. So she had to sell it. Because the baby was only a baby, yeah. Yeah, I know, I watch it. I haven't watched Robbie lately. I know he's gone back on the TV, but I haven't watched him lately. He's got a tatty boat, hasn't he? It's really scruffy. At least the girls' boats are tidy. Robbie's looks like I don't know, jumble sail on water. It's a bit of a scruffy boat though, isn't it? Yeah, he met Heidi the other week, didn't he? He's got his own. I mean, he couldn't have Heidi, could he, on a TV series because she swears too much. Yeah, you think he'd do something with that tatty boat, wouldn't you? He's on his 4th series, I think, now, isn't he? Yeah, he does, not stand-ups, but you know what I mean. He does live chats as well, doesn't he, on stages and things. But as I was saying, they couldn't have Heidi because she swears too much. Yeah, he seems. I mean, I don't know him personally. Obviously, I only know him through the series. Mm. Well, I used to like watching. What was he called? That actor, Prunella and her husband. I mean, they both passed away now, haven't they? When they used to sail on the canals. Timothy, what was he called? I don't know. Timothy something. Shakespearean actor. No, not Timothy Spall. Oh, he called Timothy. He was a Shakespearean actor, wasn't he? His wife was Prunella Scales. I used to watch their series where they did the canals. His wife had dementia. Yeah, Timothy West, yeah. Yeah, his wife had dementia, and yet she could spout all this Shakespeare from about 40 years ago. Got me hook stuck. I used to talk to another woman. She was really odd. She lived on a canal barge. She sold it though, gone living in Wales now. She used to weave things and that. She was a very strange lady. Oh, ooh. Did you hear me? He had a shoulder crack then. I felt it. Yeah, I need a marketing manager. How you fixed, Trev? I'm useless at anything like that. I'm all right at doing the crocheting. I'm useless at doing the selling. Whenever I say that, I always get people from Pakistan and India wanting to make me a web page for like hundreds of dollars. I'm like, no, I don't want that. I just want to get rid of what I got. No, I never got a web page. I never got one. I can't. I can't do that sort of thing. I'm as thick as two planks. Oh, you've got to be clever, Chris. I can't even understand all that. I mean, Kelly made our web page, but it was one of those you had to pay so much a month for. And of course, when we gave up that web page, we just let it go, yeah. We never kept it on. But Kelly did all that, yeah. I know, I'm useless, Trev. I can't do things like that. I get easily intimidated. I mean, I've asked loads of people who know. No, not recently, no, not heard from Kelly for quite some time. She did put a video up about 12 months ago, 2 years ago, saying that she was back and she was going around the markets, the Christmas markets. But then she never made another one. I think it was Nathan that told me she'd made a video. No, I've asked loads of people, so I know how to do web pages, and all I get is, well, you can make it yourself, it's dead easy. And I'm like, no, I can't, otherwise I've done one. So I'll just give up now, giving over asking people. I'm the kind of person who does anything for anybody if I can. And yet whenever I want anything doing like that, everybody's always, oh, you can do it yourself. Oh, it's dead easy. And this, just look at a YouTube video. Yeah, if it was that easy, I would have done one. But nobody says, oh, yeah, I'll do you one. No. All I get is people from, like I said, Pakistani and India wanting to do me one for a few £100. Yeah, that's quite a few people who've made their own, done it all. And said, I mean, I'd pay them to do it, but nope, nobody wants to do it. Do, 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 do. Yeah, that's what they're like. Will that go across the row? No, I don't think it will. Crocheting takes a lot more to go across the road, doesn't it? I always think, yeah, that'll go across the road. It gets about halfway. And I don't like knots in the middle of the road unless you can't help it. Right, now I've got to try and find the middle. Oh, where's the end? Oh, there. Is that the end? No, that's the end of the other end. If you know what I mean. Where is the end? American yarn always puts a tag on the end of it so you can find it. But English yarn, no. Well, actually, it's Turkish, isn't it, these? I think. Everything comes from Turkey these days. I cannot find the end. Aha, found the end. Oh. Doodly doo doo. You're back up in Manchester. I wish I was still in Manchester. We could have gone and had a drink. But I'm nowhere near there now. I can't even go to my niece's now because she's moved. She lives in Garstang now. Because at one time I could have stayed at hers, for the weekend. But she sold up. And my other friend, she's put her house up for sale. She's going back to live in Ireland. She's offered me to go in Ireland when she moves. So I could go and have a holiday there. Yeah, she's put a house up for sale this week. Yeah, Nathan's on somewhere. He's around. Nathan, where are you? I think he wanders off and watches the telly and stuff. I think that's what he does. He gets sidetracked. When the football was on, he was watching the football, I think. Nathan, you're wanted. Nope, no answer. No answer on the telephone. Not that I've got his number. I have me. I seem to be crocheting a lot slower these days. At one time I used to have everything rattled. Oh no, we got rid of him ages ago. I don't even know if he still makes videos. They were pretty boring anyway. They were always about his chickens. Jill's still around, but she doesn't really come on here much. She was backwards and forwards at one time. Her dad was ill, I think. She still does her videos though, because Chris goes on them, I think, don't you, Chris? You miss the commercial. Yeah, she's Jill's still on, but she does her own lives and she does her own videos. She doesn't come on here anymore. She used to come on at odd times, but then her dad was ill and she kept going down to where he was. I think she's moved him up nearer to where she is now. Yeah, there's a lot of people. I mean, there was one who used to do YouTube videos. She lost her husband to cancer, didn't she? What was she called? She used to do patterns and everything. I'm hopeless with names. Terrible with names. Yeah, they used to do live videos and stuff. But her husband died earlier this year. I can still. I'm terrible with names. I can see the video, I can see the name, but I can't remember it. The Bakery Bears, that was it. My ex-husband had a patch on his arm because he was a real sun worshipper. Every time there was a little bit of sun, he was like stripped off and laying in it. Anyway, he had a piece like dug out of his arm. It was, well, he's still alive, obviously. But every time there was a little bit of sun, he was always out in it. When we used to go on holiday together, he used to think he'd been to somewhere different to me because he'd be as brown as a berry and I'd be as white as snow. He looked like he'd changed ethnicity. He was that brown. I was laughing at that Vanessa, you know, the mindful narrowboater. She was covered in like mosquito netting because she was being bitten by the horseflies. She was absolutely walking around in this like fisherman netting thing. She said she was getting some very funny looks on the towpath. And she had all these really bad bites, you know, from the horseflies all over her. Yeah, I got a bite on my leg once from a horsefly. Really flared up, it did. I finished up on antibiotics at the GP. It was about the size of a saucer. Just swelled up. What a mess it was. That was through pegging out my washing at dusk. And I was walking through the grass because it was needing a cut. It was a bit, it wasn't long, but it was about that long. Yeah, my ex-husband was like a mosquito magnet when we went to Scotland. God, they used to bite him to bits. They used to leave me alone, but I was surprised when this horsefly bit me. Boy, that was a bite. The only other bite I had was one on my cheek. That was a spider bit me. I'd said to my husband, I said, that's a spider bite. And he went, oh, this is stupid. Anyway, I went across to the chemist, the pharmacist. And I said, what's this? Can you do anything? Because my eye was shut. He said, it's a spider bite. I thought, thank you. It was my ex saying, spiders don't bite you. Spiders don't bite you. My friend has like these, she's got tarantulas, and she came round here and she saw this, it was a false widow spider or something in my garage. And I said, kill it, kill it. And she just put it somewhere else. I went, no, it's going to come back now. Oh, my light's gone out on me. Yeah, you can tell it's not been sunny. I've got a light over the top of the garage that works on solar power. And it's not on. Probably because it's been raining. Yeah, she put the blooming thing back in the carriage. And I'm like, don't put it in there. I've got wool in there. Kill it. Yeah, I don't know what. Obviously, I didn't see the spider that bit me. But I knew it was a bite because it had two little holes. I said to my husband, I said, it's either a spider or a snake. He went, don't be daft. I knew it was a spider. After that, I used to be looking under my pillow every night just to make sure there were no more spiders. Well, I said, my friend's got all these blooming tarantulas in her lounge. She's got a big snail as well, a big, massive African snail. And now her son's got an axolotl. I'm like, why don't you get like cats and dogs like everybody else? You can't pet and nurse an axolotl, can you? Oh, she's got a snake as well. Manny Isaac that used to come on here, he's got a snake. It's a corn snake though, his. It's called Dexter. I haven't seen him on here for ages. He used to take loads of photographs of birds. He had, pigeons and things. But I think he's got his own place now. He used to live with his mum. I think that's why we don't see him on here now. It'd be called Bin. Now, Ian used to like spiders. No, I don't mean he kept spiders. He used to just like spiders. He used to call them all Boris. I remember opening the shed door one time and coming face to face with this huge spider. And I'm shouting for our Ian, because he still lived at home then. And he's going, "Oh, it's fantastic." He said it's a huntsman or something. I said, "I don't care what it is, get rid of it." He went, "No, it's fabulous, leave it." I said, "Well, I'm not going in the shed." I said, "You better get the lawnmower out then, I'm not going in there." Yeah, huntsman or something it was. All I know, it was a big spider. I don't like them. I don't always kill them, but I have to scoop them up and put them outside. Usually in next door's garden, so it won't come back. I used to do that with snails, because next door's garden was like a wilderness. They never did anything with it. So I found a load of snails. I used to lob them over next door. So go and eat your heart out on that grass over next door. Because they had like knee-high grass. Doodle-doo, doodle. Do you know, I'm sure I used to be a faster crocheter than what I am now. It's taken ages for this sleeve. Sian, she does come on now and again, yeah? Not all the time, though. Just odd times she comes on. But we don't get Ephraim anymore. He used to come on now and again, but no Ephraim. Now he's busy working, because he's hairdresser. He's busy working when I'm on here. Sian posts a lot on Facebook, because her son goes on like bus rides and things like that. He's doing very well, her son, very well. She does a lot with him, though. She's a very good mum. Do-do-do-do. Yeah, it was because of Sian I started doing these, because she used to do it. Then when she gave it up because she had ill health. Shad comes on now and again. He was on about a couple of weeks ago. He tends not to stay on. He just flits on. Asks you to look at my necklace and then he flits off again. He does a lot of fishing though, doesn't he? He was bitten by a spider. He finally found it underneath his bedding. Yeah, he had 2 or 3 bites on him from this blooming spider. That was a deadly spider. It's a wonder he's still here. He must be a tough old bird. Yeah, he does. He likes to see my necklaces. I always have to put a different one on each week just for Shad, and then he don't come on. I always think about him when I'm choosing what I'm wearing on a Saturday night. I'm like, I Shad seen this necklace. I always look for one he hasn't seen, and then he don't come on. I haven't bought any for a while. I bought some a couple of months ago now, before I had the trouble with the drain. Now I'm a bit frugal. Now I'm not buying anything. Yeah, last week Gigi's parents came up. They've got 2 new dogs now called Lena and Bertie, and we went on the beach for the first time in 5 years. Good night, Angela. Yeah, I've been here 5 years and I've not been on the beach before. Well, I can't walk on pebbles. What is going on with this ball of wool? Oh, my ball of wool's gone into a bath. Why do they always do that? You go so far with them and then they just go into a knot. Flipping thing. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm trying to sort my bath out. Got it. I work from the centre of the ball, and then sometimes they go into a right mess. And this is one of them. That's a bit more come out. Yeah, I hate my ball of wool going all the way around the house. Or you knit from the outside of the ball. So I knit from the inside of the ball and then it get a bath. Get a mess. Val winds all hers on a wool winder first. I think I should do that. Time is 11:30. Past 11. Half an hour to the witching hour. When I can take another of my pills and then I'll sleep till lunchtime tomorrow. Don't do anything for the pain, but they make me sleep. It's a wonder I've not nodded off. But it must have worn off. My friend who's on the same pills, like she said they wear off after a few hours. I said I'm waiting for mine to wear on. Well, I won't wear off. Where's Nate? Nathan! Come on, Nathan, where are you? You must be watching something on the telly. It's not football, is it? Because that's all finished now. Do. Everybody's very quiet on here except me and Trev. It's the Janet and Trev show. Everybody else is either nodded off or something. Yeah, I've only done that much tonight. Not much at all. Many people say, don't you crochet fast? I don't think I do. Not compared with some people when you watch them. You know, the Eastern European girls, like the Russians, and they do some beautifully intricate crochet. And they crochet a heck of a lot faster than I do. Oh, you're knitting, are you? Right, that's why you are. I don't know where everybody else is. Everybody else has gone very quiet. Jane's gone off. I know she's gone off because she said goodbye. I don't know where the rest of them are. You're all busy working. You're doing a sleeve for your mystical. Will you have enough with those balls? Will you have to get some more black? You're there as well, Chris. I think Nathan's nodded off. I've got an itchy head and it's nothing to do with knits because I wash my hair. Nathan's nodded off. Dotty Dolly must have nodded off. I think that's all there is left. Has Eric gone to bed? Oh, still got a bath. I should have wound it on another ball, shouldn't I, Linda? Val. Yeah, I think Linda's gone to sleep. Oh, you got some more black, did you? The Naked Sheep's shut for a week. Obviously gone to the caravan. The Naked Sheep is our local wool shop, for anybody who doesn't know where the Naked Sheep is. Yeah, he went at 10, did he? News at 10. I'm knitting from the middle of my ball and I'm getting a bar, Val. Should have had you winding me wool. Ow. Your phone's playing up. Oh, you've got to get some. I hope it's the same black, because you know what black's like. It's a beggar to match up. Why did I decide to knit from the middle of the ball? Got a bit more now. Oh. Oh. Oh, look at that. Oh. What a mess. There's lots of different colours of black. Some are browny, some are blue. I mean, when I went to Serdar one time, we went round the place that they did the dyeing and that, and they were saying how many different colours of white there was. And you're going to walk the dog? I thought, no, you had a dog. Since when have you had a dog? Oh, gosh, what a lot of mess this is. Oh, I'm just going to say, you're looking after it. I didn't think you had a dog. I'd like a dog, but I can't look after one. Well, I can look after it. It's just walking it and money for the vet and stuff like that. But I miss not having a little dog. Never mind. And I don't want an axolotl or a snake or a spider. Bye, Trevor. Speak to you soon. There's me thinking I'd have half of a sleeve done by now. wouldn't mind, but I'm selling these things for the price of the wool. I'm not even putting on for me time, and it's taking me days to do these things. I remember somebody saying one time, how much do you charge, like, for crochet? Not me, we're talking to somebody else. And they were saying, like, charge for your hours, so many dollars an hour. And I'm like, you've got to be joking. You're as bad as Sheila then. She couldn't tell the difference between the two colours. Yarn, yarn. No, black and white are the worst colours to try and match. They're dreadful. So many different shades, brown, black, 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 blue, black, whatever. I used to have terrible trouble trying to persuade people that they needed to buy all the same dye lot for wool. They used to say, well, it won't make any difference. So, well, yeah, it's like wallpaper, isn't it? You can have wallpaper, completely different colour. I remember once my dad bought enough wallpaper for this room, and I don't know what happened, but he was about half of a roll short. So when he went back, it had to be a different lot number. It was completely different colour. You wouldn't have thought it was the same wallpaper. He was really upset about that. Oh, people. I think I told you, somebody said to me, I thought you did it because you were retired. I thought I didn't know you charged. Yeah, like I'm going to spend hours and hours and hours of my time making you a cardigan when I don't even know you. You're not a friend or anything. I didn't know you charged because you're retired now. Thought it was your hobby. I've got some more bids on bits and pieces. I did lower the price on some of the little summer top things. Tomorrow I've got to put more on if I get around to it. I need to take more pictures. I took some pictures of me with them wearing them, which didn't turn out as well as I thought they might. So now I've got to take pictures of them on the mannequin. If it's not raining tomorrow, that is. Quarter to 12. I haven't fallen asleep. Been falling asleep all afternoon. We're sat there going in front of the telly, watching something on YouTube, and when I wake up, it's completely different. Something else completely different. I was going to move some stuff into the garage today, but I didn't get around to it because my back was hurting. Maybe tomorrow. Nothing of any value, I mean just some wool and stuff. Yeah, I'm going to be going in a minute or two. Everybody's gone very quiet on here, so I think everybody's dozing. So I don't think they'll notice if I nip off a few minutes earlier. See if I'm a big winner on the lottery. Ha 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 ha. See if I won £1. Taking ages to do this sleeve. It's probably because it's quite an intense pattern, isn't it? But people seem to like it, so hopefully they might buy it. Oh, one never knows. I put some of them things on that came back from Kimberley. No, she's not been on tonight, has she, Kimberley? I did message you earlier on, but she didn't reply. Must be busy. Oh, you won a tenner. I haven't looked if I've won anything. Probably not. I think I won £16, I think, last week. But I've left it in, so it'll buy me tickets. Oh, God, I've got another bath. Every time I get it, I just get rid of one bath and then I get another one. I can see this ball finishing up into a great big heap. It's one of those flat donut balls. They're very loosely wound. Got another one untangled. You've lost me on screen. I'm going in a minute anyway, Val. I'm going to Bobby's, take me pills, nod off. I shall see you on Wednesday, Val, all being well, unless you break any more teeth. Right, peoples, I'm going to go to bed now, so I shall thank you all for your company and all your thumbs up. Very much appreciated. So I shall be putting more things on my eBay if anybody's interested. Even if you just want to nosy, because it brings up my screen that people have been watching. Even if you don't buy anything, if you've watched it and had a look at it, it shows up that you've had a look, yeah. Well, it doesn't show who you are. It's had a look. It just says like so many people have had a look. But it helps to raise my profile, as I said. So you can't hear or see me, right? Okay, Val. Good night, Val. So good night, anybody who's left. Now I know Linda's left, and probably Chris is probably left on here somewhere. Nathan probably vanished ages ago. So I shall speak to you all later in the week, no doubt. I shall probably make a video when I finish this this cardigan. I finished it and blocked it and done everything. So thank you all for watching, and I'll say good night to you all. So night night. Bye now. Bye, Chris. And whoever else is left. I think Dotty Dolly's nodded off. Right. Bye, everybody. Bye now.